Tired of those so-called races cross city provides? Wanna get those tires dirty in real competition? Challenge yourself on the Wasteland Goliath racetrack, created by the one and only Cleaver.
Or at least that is what Cleaver will say. Greetings everyone and welcome to a new challenge for our hero. Taking inspiration from Jack's tour races, I decided to create a proper Wasteland tour, on no other than the original game where buggies were first introduced. This track is a test of driving skills and knowledge of the map. You need to use them together to find the best path towards the goal, but let's establish a few rules. 1. You must pass through all the checkpoints, but there is no requirement to follow the set path from the map. 2. The timer of the run will be based on IRL time, like in speedruns. 3. No abuse of glitches, except for the setup for the race, which I'll explain in a moment. And last but not least, 4. To start the trial, you must reload the save, which will put you in the starting position. While the game loads, hold the X and square button. This will make the vehicle stand still. The timer starts the frame before the turbo icon goes into locked mode. If the tires move before the turbo is initiated, then the run will be rejected. Run ends on the first frame where the tires touch the orange rocks. And last but not least, 4.1. If possible, set the video game settings at 60 Hz to reduce as much as possible frame skips. Now, since we can't really create an event in Jack 3, it will be in free roam. What this leads to is a group of angry people trying to block us from having fun, the Marauders, but there is a workaround. First of all, you need to have a campaign where you have all the things that are needed to participate unlocked. This means infinite boost, armored vehicle or invincibility, and possibly all the vehicles as well as the arcade jetboard. Yes, you can use that one too if you want. Once you have everything ready to go, you need to create a hero mode campaign from that save and play normally all the missions until you finish the first artifact race. Once done, you can just pick the vehicle you want to use, head yourself to the finish line of the race, save there and reload. Doing this should place you outside the entrance of Spargus, inside your vehicle, which is the starting point for the race. Now you are good to go. For some reason, the game expects you to go to Sim for the next challenge, but you aren't obligated and can take any vehicle you want and go out. You will notice nothing, as there are no Marauders. This is also why you need infinite boost. It is both a nice to have and makes some section more interesting, as you can't just boost win. Oh no, it will be crucial where and when you will use it, as it can make or break the run. Very well, let's now show off this track. As you can see, it spans all throughout the Wasteland. In the background you will see the record I set up for this track, but we will talk about it later. One last thing before starting is the type of checkpoints. There are 3 types: a normal style checkpoint, just pass between 2 objects, a turn style checkpoint, pass to the right, left or both, it doesn't matter how close or far you are from it. And last but not least, ground style checkpoint. One of your tires must touch a certain terrain or object. There are also some more specific checkpoints, but we'll get to them later. So, this race starts at the entrance of Spargus. From there you need to head towards the finish line of the first circuit. You must then reach and cross the last bridge. After that you can decide to take the risk and jump over these boulders or go around them. Either way, the next checkpoint will be far away above the hill. Pass through the only mud you will ever see in this wasteland and arrive to a turn checkpoint. We need to go around the rock formation that will be on our left. You can't jump over it, you must go around it. That is our first turn style checkpoint. After that you will have to go around the mountain. Past that you will reach one of the many free path sections. Find the best path to the next checkpoint. Once arrived to the precursor totem, you must go around it. Make it left to right or right to left. The important thing is, if you are turning right, the statue needs to be on the right or vice versa. After this, you will have to make your way to the abandoned city, the most checkpoint heavy part, and you can choose one of 2 paths. Passing the first checkpoint, you can go straight, turn right and then turn left. Follow a small path to then continue straight out of the city. Or you can go left on the outside, re-enter the city for a short moment and pass through the same gate as the other path to go out. This should be similar in time to complete, one more technical but shorter, the other straighter but longer. Your choice. Then, once you are out of the city, you are a third of the way in. Congratulations! Time to do a 180. You must reach this part of the last gate and turn around. This was the checkpoint I was mentioning before. You are required to pass near it once. Make it when going to it or going away from it. You just need to do it once. Near is defined based on the length of the chosen vehicle. There can't be more than a car length distance from you and the gate to make it count. So, being in third person view is required for this part. Once you turn it around, a big free roam section will start. First, you have to make your way to the other side of the mountain and go around another rock formation, and then pass the bridge to then turn left and meet the Pond Brothers. That's how I like to call them. Like with the statue at the start, you have to go around it. Be sure to choose wisely how to approach this, as you will have to make your way to another rock formation and go around keeping it to your left. And now prepare to meet your demise. Going too fast into this outer part of the island will prove quite dangerous. Getting the right timing with the boost is crucial to pass this point. If you manage to survive, you have again to find your way to what I call the Luna Park of the Wasteland. You will have to jump on 3 bridges, but the checkpoint itself is a ground type checkpoint. So you need to touch the landing bridge. This means you can fail the jump, but can still go back up the dune and hit it, or if you overdo the jump, you can reverse, touch and make it count. After the last bridge jump, head yourself to the small bridge on the other side of the hill. This is another ground type checkpoint, you just need to touch it once. If you wanna jump boost after or before, you can, be sure to touch it. Now you face yourself with another double route. You will either have to reach the metalhead nest and touch the different ground in front of it like with the bridges, or pass through the dead town. Just one checkpoint for each, so choose wisely. Both paths will then fuse together at the entrance of the volcano path, and the second third of the Goliath challenge is complete. The final part may seem short, just 5 checkpoints before you reach the finish line, but you are required to pass through probably the most unstable and confusing part of the Wasteland. For the first checkpoint here, you must reach a faraway dune and jump from it. Once landed, you will have to go straight ahead and turn around a hill while having the sea to the right. Pass all the way around the dune and be careful, like with a similar part before, too fast or too wide can lead to your demise. Now you will have to go back to the dune you jumped from, but this time you will pass it on the side. After that, head left to the last checkpoint situated between the giant wall on your left and a double rock on the right. Once passed, it is time to full send it. Race to your heart's content to the end, give it all you got. So, this is the racetrack. I tested and revisioned it many times to make it as fun as possible, while also trying to deliver a tough challenge. For this show-off, I wanted a good run, and managed to get a clean run without major mistakes with a time of 5 minutes and 59 seconds, barely under the 6-minute mark. This was after hundreds of attempts. Mind you, many of them weren't based on this version of the track, and the path I chose for the multiple choices were both the original ones. I added the secondary ways to go near that town for variety. They should be similar in terms of final time from the tests I did. Anyway, a lot of optimization is still on the table, better race lines, path to choose, ways to tackle the environment. I easily think that a sub 530 is doable. The vehicle choice can even make a difference. I used the Desert Screamer, since it is both my favorite and the fastest, as we found out in my latest video, link in the description. If I were to also give objective times, like in racing games, I will say that a bronze medal is at 8 minutes and 30 seconds, silver at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, gold at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I want also to add a platinum, or shall we call it a precursor medal, at 6 minutes and 20 seconds, and then creator time at 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Let me know if you enjoyed the track, if there will be any changes you would like to see, and stay tuned for more racetracks in the future. Very well then, start your engines, drive as fast as you can to be crowned champion of the Wasteland. I'll see you at the finish line. if you can reach it alive.